gosh. You should see my car. I washed it off earlier. It's already yellow again. It's crazy out yonder. All right, so this is a huge set. This is the number on the side. I'm gonna be sniffing my way through this video. And it is a 2023 Zuru, 284 pieces. I think they're all called Dino Adventures. I was looking for the other word on here. Dino. Oh, here we go. T-Rex Attack. I've done one, but it was, I think, a smaller one. If I did do this one, I don't remember the radar edition on the top for one thing. So if I did do this one before, oh well. I mean, this one was $9.50 on clearance, and I got it. Oh my gosh, this is going to drive me crazy. 1/6, so January 6th. But I'm just not like, oh my gosh, I just saw it and I was like, I better get it out. $9.50. It's usually $14.90 or probably even more. This was the price they parked on there back in the December. I'm trying to get the zipper to work. I'm going to end up probably giving away the egg. Another reason I'm going to get rid of it is because it's got an egg and I can give it to my neighbor and she can use it for whatever that holiday is that's coming up that people hide eggs. I don't celebrate a holiday about eggs, although I can see why people would celebrate it this year since eggs cost a fortune. Probably praying to the egg gods. Oh, send us more eggs, please. Alright. Yeah, it did scratch a little bit. Alrighty. Alright. Got something to say. Alright, so it's got this little piece right here. You can pull it out. I guess. I thought so. I know the other one did. Alright, let's see if I can crack this egg. Oh, wow. It does have some places to play with it on top. Like you could put bricks here. And then use it as like a base. Mama sing tenor. Me and Boy George just jump right in there. Okay, wow, we got billions and billions and billions of bags. Billions and billions and billions of bags. We also got some stickers. Okay, let me get it down so because I'm like, y'all like, what are you talking about? I can't see what you're talking about there, Sonny. All right, Dino Adventure Island. There's like a little mosquito and amber. So we got mosquito and amber. That would be the biggest amber alert ever. Amber alert! Watch out! There is a mosquito in amber, and it's going to cause us to have Jurassic parking lot. They pay paradise and put up Jurassic parking lot. All right, let's get the dino pieces out. Let's get this dinosaur together. Dinosaur make it to a Dino Riders and the Star Sheriff. Wait, that's not the song. All right. Okay, judging from the female, this is the back leg. It goes back here. I mean, obviously it's the back leg. It's the biggest leg. Now, back in my days, it would have stood like this, but nowadays it's more like hunched forward. Because we thought it looked like Godzilla. For all we know, it could have skipped around and did the curly shuffle. They do the curly shuffle. You never know what they did. I wasn't there. I know I've seen that old, but I weren't there. Back in my days, we rode our dinosaurs to school in the snow. Uphill, both ways. I feel like it's missing because these are awfully limp arms. Oh no, my dinosaur's got limp hands. What will it ever do? Alright, he does have some limp arms that are not staying on too well, so I don't know what's going on. It's a deep groove for another reason I cannot fathom. That doesn't make any sense. There's a deep groove in there, and these are awfully loose. Like this left arm, right arm, yeah, right arm, terribly loose. Yeah, halitosis. All right, so we'll put the dinosaur to the side. Now this did come in a book, which is great. It appears there's different books or bags. It says R1 on the bag. It's got a little bag and it says R1, see? So it makes me think that you're going to be building in sections. Truck O4C. Truck G3C. Truck G1C. Truck G5. Where's the part I'm looking for then? Well, here's the satellite dish. I'm guessing this is it. All right, R1C. Do you see R1C? Okay, so for the first steps, we're going to use bag, just this bag, and only this bag. So that's good. This is a different group. Now, these are the ones that if you buy the little, I don't know if they're balls or eggs anymore. I don't buy them anymore. I see them for $3 at Hobby Lobby and for $5 at the Dollar General, and they're not good. But I've built several of them, and they are garbage. All right, see what I mean right here? Like they could have made one block to cover these two, but they're using two little right blocks right here. There's no reason for that. They could have made one to combine both of them. Now I'm going to still here and build in my hand in midair. Terrible design. The next design, we're going to put a telephone on top of this, and this is what's going to finally bridge it. Okay, like that. And this next one, we're going to use this one right here. From what I can tell, it's like this. And once again, we got those little arrows that I hate. But it looks like the front two is going through those, and it goes to the middle two. They do have the word Max on them, which is different from the other fake Legos. I'm surprised some Lego enthusiast hasn't called me out and says, "These aren't Legos, you've been building non-Legos, oh my gosh." Having a freaking cow over it, but nobody said anything yet. Just shows how many people don't really watch my videos. All right. See, like again, this is a very, like this is going to fall off. We need to have it reinforced, and there's no way to reinforce it now because you've already put these clips on here where you could have reinforced that instead. All right, now we're going to build the satellite dish piece, I guess. That's step 6, and now we're going into step 7, which appears to be right there. Wow, that's backwards of what I was thinking it would be. Okay, now we're going to put on the radar dish. I remember we had the big satellite dish. We were exploring all these different channels on it. Okay. All right, so it's got Dumbo ears for some bizarre reason. And that looks like a tread, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. From the picture, it looks like it's going to be on top of the actual thingamabob. All right, now we need G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. All of these are the truck pieces, but I'm going to pour them all at one time. For the first part, most of these pieces are black and gray. Before I pour all these out, I'm going to make sure that if I get to use, this is G3, G4. Here's G1. There's no gray pieces in this, but there are black pieces. There's a bunch of teeny weeny pieces. G5. 5. There is a definite, like, it looks like a housetop. It's not in that one, so I'm not going to, oh, here it is, these pieces. So it's in G4C, so I'm going to pull out these. I don't like having this many pieces out at one time. Okay, especially whenever they're not the good quality box. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we're building a frame out of these 6x1s for step number 1 for the truck building part. I keep hearing something over in the side of my kitchen over here, but it's just the wind. I mean, it's so windy today. Okay, and then on top of this, we're going to build. What? See, I don't understand why we're doing this times 2. Why don't we just put one big block? So put 2 of these together under one of the roofs. Like this one right here. Put them like this. We're going to do this twice. And we're going to put the piece that's a side turning piece, which are like this. So I got 2 of those side by side. Okay, so we got to do that twice. Okay, I found the roof. So I'm going to raise the roof, put the 2 1x4 blocks in there. And then on the side, we're going to do these pieces. Like that. And one more of those. I think my legs are, my feet are sore from yesterday, all that walking. All right, now these are going to go right here. Right there. All right, so that would be the end of step 2. Step 3, we're going to be building the lung pieces on them, and I think there's only one set of these. All 3 pieces, and let's see. It shows from the picture that like there's a red thing on there, which makes me think that it's going to be after the first 2. With my OCD, I want the maxes to all go the same way. All right, like that. Okay, so put that to the side for step number 4. Step number 4, hopefully we can still use just what's in this bag, but we may have to branch out. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to. There's already enough pieces on here that there's too many. We need the chassis, and yeah, this is definitely not going to be on here. I need pieces out of here, definitely. This will be bag G5, truck G5. I really wish that I kept the thing going with the... Oh my gosh, that static is... Stop sticking to me. God, the thing was sticking to me. I need 6 of these. I'm going to get the steering wheel on the steering column before I forget, or before I lose it in the shuffle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more of those, and then we'll open another bag for the other pieces, unfortunately. All right, we're going to still need the, it's probably right here. Yes, these pieces right here. What I can do is, after pouring them in here, all right, get the big pieces out and stick them up here at the top for now, because these big, huge plates, obviously, those aren't needed right now. The wheel pieces, I'm going to get those out and separate them. And as I get these pieces out, just gonna mix them right straight into the population here. I'm going to get these out. There's 3 of them. And the hubs, there's 2 more hubs. Two more of those. All right, I'm going to make the assumption, even though I didn't see the picture recently, that it goes like that. That's what it seems like it would be. If I'm off, oh well. Fix that. We can burn that bridge when we get to it. All right, just try to put these out of the way. And since they're round, they have a tendency to roll off the table if they're not in the bowl or the plate. And I got too much on my plate as it is. Ah, get it? I got too much on my plate as it is. That's right. Okay. Ah, my foot is really killing me right now. I'm just like really resting my foot, and it's just the ball of my foot from walking a lot yesterday. There we go. All right, back to this. So we just do 6 of these. Okay, I can't find any rest for my foot. I'm going to crisscross my feet real quick, so it'll be up off the ground. Good. Oh, goody, I got a fly in here. Now, if something goes crashing down, it's because one of the cats came here and wanted to go after the fly. They generally enjoy hunting and killing flies. All right, I need 3 of these. And I'll need 3 little 2x2s to go in between, like that. So we're building the chassis right here. All right, moving stuff off the books, I can move on. All right, now on top of this, we're going to need these pieces, and I need 6 of these. For he's a jolly good fellow. Got 5 pieces. I just need 1 more of those. Here it is. 6. So I got 6 of those. And I'm going to need 3 of the 2x1 blocks. Oh, please tell me I don't have another bag. They're gray, by the way. You're like, well, there's a black one. Maybe there is, but maybe I can get some scissors and cut this into 3 pieces. Oh, thank goodness, they're all right under my nose. I just didn't see them because they do kind of blend in with my plate here. All right, I need 3 of these, and I need 3 6x1s, which are all right here. All right, so here's how it's going to go. We're going to create struts for these. Like this. We're going to do this times 3. I was like, where did the pieces go? Right here. Every time that wind blows, it's like my window sucks up. It's a pretty day outside, but my gosh, the pollen is, it's like snowing pollen outside. All right, now we got all those built. Let's go back to what we were building previously. It appears the overhang part is what this needs to attach to directly. And according to the picture, it's going to attach flush to the front, like that. Or it's going to be just the back lip right here, the back row, the 1x6. Okay, for that, that's what we need to build. That's step number 7 and 8. All right, on the back, we're going to use one of these, and then 2 clear red ones like this. And it's going to fill in the gaps right here for this and this. All right, now for step number 10, we got one of these pieces we're going to need, and then 3 of these we're going to need. There's number 2 and number trace. All right, so back over here, we're going to need to build okay, I was about to say something not right. Hold on. Yeah. For some reason, this appeared like it was only 3 blocks long. All right. The next step, we're going to be building ground pieces. So we got 3 of these, and 1 of these is what it appears we need. All right, we got these 3. it looks like it starts right at the end of the other one. Down here, flush to the end, and up here on these sides, we're going to box it in. I'm going to drink out, I'm getting thirsty. Pollen. It coats your teeth and your throat. All right, this next step, we're going to need 3 of the 2x4 plates that are gray. And we're just going to fill it in on the bottom right here. And that's all we need to do for step number 12. And we're going to flip the page. All right, put that down. We got 2 white blocks. They're 1 by 4. And 1 circle. 1 CD-ROM. I used to like those were CD-ROMs back in the day. All right, so we got these go back here. All right, the next one we got 2 skinny blocks of brown. They're going to mirror those white pieces, basically, sort of, on the outskirts, like this. All right, where's that driving thing? Because the steering wheel part, we're going to need it next, and it's going to go on the white frame. And this little piece, so you have to use these for seat backs on a lot of these cars. Not just here, but in other things I've built, I've noticed that. Let me put the blue things out of the way because they're just getting in the way. My brain was like looking for the steering column. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Please tell me not to open another bag. Okay, before I try to open another bag, I need a black piece. This one right here, thank goodness. I don't want to open any more bags right now. All right, they could at least told you to open only 3 of the bags because so far, right, 4 of the bags, because I only got 1 bag I haven't opened, and it looks like all giant pieces, so it's probably the very last pieces. This next thing we're going to do needs 2x3 greens, 2 of those, and then it appears to be 2 gray grills, like this, and then 2 yellow smooth tops. All right, these go on the ends right here. So far, there's not much to this. I mean, I think you may be able to get away with giving it to your grandchildren if they're, I would probably say 8 and up. If you give it to anybody younger than that, you're probably going to end up building it yourself. And I know most of us build these for ourselves anyway, but I'm just saying, you know, I think there are still Legos that are catering to younger kids. So if you want to get them for your grandchildren, this one's probably a not bad one. You know your grandchildren better than I do, so. We need this piece times 2. I'm going to use it with this piece. And I'm going to put grills on the top, 2 gray grills. Oh, I did buy a pirate ship yesterday I should be building. Dang it, I should have thought about that. So down at Rose's, I bought the pirate ship. It's probably not going to be a very good one, but it's still a pirate ship. All right, we got 2 wheel wells for the next step, number 18. And the wheel wells are going to go right behind that light, which is not really light. I'm just, in my mind, I know it's going to be a light for the truck. Okay, I feel like there's, where's the other, like the other wheel thing going? All right, for step number 19, we're going to need lots of pieces. We're going to need 1 of these, 2 of the 2x1s. And then 2 gray pieces that kind of like pictures with rounded back sides. Here they are, like this thing. So we need 2 of these. All right, for this build, we're gonna actually build the big pieces on the bottom. And the gray pieces going out. And it doesn't say to put it anywhere yet, so we're going to make it float midair until we get to the next page. And we're still building on it, so we're just going to put that to the side. All right, in this next step, we're going to need 1 of these. We're going to need 2 washing machines and then 2 washing machines with the smaller holes. So like this and this. No, we just need 1 of each. Okay, never mind. Okay. okay. For some reason, we're still building from the bottom. The one with the smaller hole goes over here. That. And the one with the bigger hole goes over here. Oh, I was about to say, why is it going toward the middle? Okay, that's why, because there's no delimitation right there of anything. Now we're going to need 2 of these, and there's no glass panes on them. So it's not going to be in a cold area. Well, I'd be afraid of the mosquitoes. They might bite you and go somebody and clone them. And they'll end up cloning you, and I don't want to be cloned. That is weird. There's no delimitation on the bottom of these. Usually I'm seeing a peg in the bottom. Okay, for this step number step number 2, we use 4 pieces like this. Build up these walls right here. And then we're going to cap off the top for step number 23 with 1 long of these. And then 2 of the green flat tops like this that are 1 by 1. All right. See, it keeps on going back to the middle because there's nothing to stop it from sliding. All right, the next step we're going to use, we're going to make the bumper, I can tell. We need a 4-piece chicken McNuggets like this, and then we're going to use the pieces coming off the edge. There are different the way they make these little sliding pieces. A flat piece in the middle, and another one on the side. Okay, all of that goes on the top right here. Now we're going to build what looks like a fire extinguisher with one of these, and obviously the cap that would go on this. Like this right here. That's going to go on this side. Right there, like that. All right, this next piece. Oh boy. All right. This piece is already built. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, what is building this? All right, it's already built. And then there is a black piece that's round. I'm guessing this one. And then there's a sloped piece. A black sloped piece. Here it is. It's a very tiny piece. Okay, these pieces all go on the top. It looks like a periscope when you're done. And then this piece goes like that. You turn this around 180 degrees. You slide it into this piece right here. Oh, for some bizarre reason, I thought I was going to flip into this too. All right, this actually goes toward the middle of this. So you turn this around 180 degrees, and all of this lines up with this part right here. And that's, all right, there we go. So that's what we got for step number 26. So we just kind of put things together. All right, step 27, we're going to now rotate it back this way again and add doors. The doors come from the front and open out like regular. And then we're going to set this down because we're going to build onto it for a while. We're going to be building some other things that will be probably added to it. All right, we got these pieces we need 2 of. And we're going to be going with this, and a gray piece, and then another green piece on the other end. Here's the gray piece. And gray piece, green piece. This is all step number, see those little bubbles? That's what I was expecting in the middle of the 2 thing. This is all step number 28, 29. We got the clear orange pieces, but with a particle on top. And we have 2 little green pieces. And then repeat it for the other side. Okay, for this one, we're going to need 3 of these, and I'm just going to start offsetting it now. because you're going to put them all behind this. And then we're going to use the green or the orange pieces and the red clear pieces that are sloped. Then we're going to use about 4 grill pieces vertically to put on here. Oh, is this the front grill after all? Oh, no, the other one is already there. So what is this one? Wait, I have no idea. I mean, I can imagine it being the back bumper because it's red lights, which we need, you know, brake lights. Well, what'd you need 4 of these then, I guess? I think of these as like an air intake. All right, so all of that goes right here. Okay, for step number 32. And then for step number 33, we're going to start filling in the top. Okay, it looks like this piece goes right here. No. All right, hold on, because there's where it gets, those little arrows get me confused. There's a long skinny piece. For some reason, there's nothing going right here, but there's going to be a big gap there. Did I miss something somewhere? Nope, there's just a gap there because it shows it on that picture. And then there's a longer piece that straddles it. And this is where I got confused because the red arrows. No, okay, well this does go in the front. It's all the front. That's why there's some missing parts right there. So this is all the front right here. Okay, so that's step number 35. I'm going to go back to step number 34 now and put the other pieces on. Okay, it appears that it's... double check. Yep, okay, this goes on this. And then there are 2 green pieces and 2 green pieces. What I mean by 2 green pieces and 2 green pieces, I mean like there's 2 green pieces like this. The sloped down pieces on the side here. Yep, I'm just making sure. Sometimes they offset it more than I think they're going to. This all is just wide open. It's probably from the windshield. I remember when I built the other one of these, and I was like, first I was like, this is going to be crappy because it's Max, and Max does crappy jobs. And then I had to eat my words because it was actually much better than I thought it was going to be. Here's the windshield. We're going to put little black ones right here at the back. That's going to be our rear view mirrors, and we got big green rear view mirrors on here, as you can tell. Under my fingers. All right, on the top part of this, we're going to put 2 more of those things, which I guess the green mirrors are just that big, because they got, you know, top and bottom plugs. And on this side, we're going to put another one of those. And then we got, not this piece, it's the opposite. But it's not that big. It looked like that big for a minute, but it's just 2 of the small pieces like this. I call these froggy eyes. They look like little frog eyes. Like if this was put on, if I put a bunch of these on blue, you'd think it's a gray frog swimming across the pond. All right. I know you're actually thinking, but you live at the beach, you don't have ponds. Oh, yeah, we do. At the end of my road's a pond, and if you watch my videos, you'll see it. I'm glad I don't live near that thing because every time I go down there, there's mosquitoes attacking me. And I have to go down there every Monday and Sunday to go take my trash can out and bring my trash can back. I have to pass by it. All right, so there's that part. All right, this next part, we're going to start filling in the front of this thing right here. Uh-oh, the frog eyes came up. You hold the frog eyes down. All right, on this part, we got orange, clear. There's a little white piece in between right here, this white piece. And clear. And aren't you glad I'm done with that part? All right, now this all goes down on top of this for step number 40. All right, well, good. That's, I say, where are those black pieces going to fit? And that's probably my fault because I pushed it down too fast. Because I assumed it was going to take the pressure. Well, I turned the steering wheel wrong thing. That thing does not want to stay on. All right, let's try this again. This time, not having anything to get in the way. Pushing down. Securing this before that other thing goes back on. So I would probably put this on and then put this on otherwise, because you're going to push down and it's going to cause more pressure to be pushed down the front, and it's not going to be pushed down to tighten it. Just an idea there. So if you're doing this for your children, like, for those of you who decide to get this and you realize you're going to have to put it together because your children can't do it, this is hopefully going to help you to know how to put it in the right order, so you want to have too much frustrations with it. All right. Because I've not got a screaming kid behind me. And I know I have more patience than a lot of people have right now. All right. Although if I was outside, I'd have a cat trying to jump on me and I would have to lose my patience. They seem to leave me alone better in here, but I better not jinx that though. All right, we got more froggy eyes for this one. And we'll go ahead and push it down before I put them on. All right, for this one, we got frog eyes here and another one right here. And it's just one yellow piece going across it. One clear yellow piece, just bridge the both of them. I want to transform this into Optimus Prime. All right, and then over here, I'm going to just put it way to the side now. And, well, we're going to put whatever we're building right now is going to go on it. I was afraid we're going to be building something else and we won't get back to that for a while. All right, so we need the 6 long and the 4 long. We're going to sandwich these two together. And then we got these pieces, I don't know what to call them. Another one right here. Then we need the pincher pieces, the double pinchers going up like this. And right there. And let's see, the next part, these two pieces. So remember, one of the things I don't like about Macs is that they don't reinforce their stuff as they build it, like they should. Like I think I would like more reinforcement. So these pieces are still going to be very loose because there's nothing to reinforce it. You're about to put pieces on there, but they're not going to keep it from, like if you try to push down on them, it's going to flip right off. So just remember that, because the next part we're going to do is we're going to put the grill on, then we're going to push it into the cab. Let me see which way the grill goes. I think it goes this way. Yeah. All right, so now when I push it in, just be careful not to push any extraneous pieces that aren't secured. All right, it's looking pretty good. All right, so it's time to put the wheels on this one. So it makes me wonder, with that round part right there, or is the trailer completely separated? See, the previous one I built was a Jeep. I remember that. I think it came with a Raptor. So I need to change the name of this because I couldn't find the name until I started the video. So I need to change it when I get done to T-Wreck Attack or something like that. Something. I do like these wheels a lot. I like how big and puffy they are. And rubbery. It rolls pretty nicely. All right, I'm going to stick this over to the side now that we're done with that for the most part. I think now we're going to be building the cab. All right, starting off with, we got this piece and we got 2 of the grabby pieces. Put on the bottoms. This is going to be putting some signal flares on this. So the signal flares go on this. Or missiles or whatever you want to call them. And then it disappears until the next part's done, I guess. So we got 2 of these pieces. They're going to go together like this. And then there's a 3x2, a black one, and let's see. I'm not 100% sure how the black one attaches. I'm seeing the arrows, but here's the part. I can't tell where the arrows are. They're coming from somewhere, but where? Are they coming from? See that ghost outline? That's the only thing I can go by. Those arrows don't help at all. That, and then we need the upside down froggy eyes. Ribbit, ribbit. This is one of the Simpsons frogs. All right, the piece we built before, the pieces are gonna go in the middle right here, like that on the bottom. All right, the next thing we're gonna build is gonna be some more stuff for this, but it's gonna be built right here, going across the tail end. And you have to push the missiles up to get them out of the way. Yeah, the missiles, they were in the way. All right, so those go right there, and then behind them, got two of the black pieces like this that are gonna go here and here, and this all goes. Nope, it doesn't. There's something that goes on this, but it's not that. This goes right here, and this goes right here, like that. So you got that much hangover. Yeah, because the little arrows are going through the very last tip right here. And somehow or another, these magically connect, but I think they're going to be reinforced by the piece I'm about to put on. So let me double check. It goes here. So the gray pieces go right here, and we'll overlap this one right here. All right, cat hair, go away. I don't want them to, fuse my cat hair with some dinosaur DNA, making a catzilla. All right, we got those pieces fused together. All right, on the outside part, we got, this is step number 57. They're going to go side by side with this right here, which does help with some reinforcement. Hey, what's up? Yo. And then we got orange and black. And we got gray right here. Like this. And we have gray on the other side. Like this. All right, that's step number 58. Let me stop for a second, make sure I got everything. All right, the next step, we're going to use one of these. It's going to fuse a lot of these pieces together. And we're going to use a gray 2x1 at the very end, like that. So that would be step number 59. All right, put it to the side. Step number 60, we're going to be building the tail end. So we're going to need two of these, and they're going to be combined like this. Okay. I get my fingers to cooperate, like that. Then we're going to use the two brake lights. Like that. All of that will now fuse to the very back. And we're already adding wheels to it, so I guess we're going to open that big bag of side pieces. We're going to be putting that on next. Okay. So this is a separate trailer. It's interesting. We haven't done anything with the bottom yet, have we? Okay, I just feel like we're missing something very, very important here. Oh, okay, I see. We're about to build that part. All right, so this is this piece and this piece fused together for step number 63. Step number 67, we're going to put these on. Then we're going to put the little black parts right here. Now this will keep the, you know how like whenever you disconnect a cab from the truck, there's a little thing that comes down. It's actually two legs that come down on the side, but I guess this mimics it. Like that right there. All right, now we're gonna need the big bag. So I'm gonna put these over here because I like mine about to be used. This piece is about to be used. All right, for step 66, we're gonna need the big bag. So we need this and this. All right, the windows that I pulled out earlier, they're going to go right here. Let me see which way they go. You go from the front and you press it in. Okay, we'll do it in both of them. All right. And while we're on this piece for 67, we're going to use the brown pieces right here. And it appears to go right here and here. And then 2 gray pieces go right here and right here. All right, move these out of the way. These are the top pieces, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now this piece is going to go down right here. Yeah, I definitely did not do one of these last time. This is pretty cool. All right, so that's the back part. So we're now going to flip this around because we're about to attach the other one the same way. All right, we got this piece. We're going to do the same thing to it. Get the brown pieces right here. Panel pieces. All right, and then the gray pieces right here. I don't know. I wonder if my Halo figure would fit in this. The Max figures in England, not in America, but in England, they're like Lego figures, but they're more articulated. Like the Simbo figure I had. That was like, I love that figure. You get more Simbo pieces. Well, I'm not going to get anything from China right now until the Terraforms are over. All right, so that's that part. This next part involves this thing. And we're going to be putting it on these pieces right here. So the slope piece is in the front of this part, or however you want to look at this. It's not like this, it's like this. Okay? This piece will attach to this piece right here. Like that. So it's still attached to it like that. Now, gotta be careful that this thing's about to roll off the edge right there of my table. This piece, we still got little teeny tiny pieces, which I guess aren't gonna be used for anything. Appears to be like this. Let me double check. And then we're gonna put everything down carefully. Because it's gonna be snappity snap snap. I'm pretty sure this is like Zuru and Simba. Looks like it's got a lot of the same building strategies for these things. Oops, right there, right there. All right, and then on the end of this, we're gonna put, I don't know how they're gonna get a T-Rex in here. This thing is way too big for that T-Rex. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 points of connection. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 are snapped into place. All right, the next step for this is this right here. Somehow it's gonna be attached to this, but I gotta look at it carefully. It's showing, and this is what drives me crazy, is they're showing arrows, but I don't know what they're coming from. Like, this right here is gonna be more helpful, I suppose, because this right here, I'm going, these arrows are going down to this, but what are they coming from? I have absolutely no idea. You have to actually give me a point of reference there. Okay, so the picture on this other side over here is a lot more helpful. So according to this, it's the last pegs of this. And then in there somewhere else. So try everything lined up correctly. Okay. You gotta be careful when you're pushing it in, because this thing feels like it's going to explode with my big manly hands. All right, and then this will attach to the other thing. I guess these extra 3 pieces are just extras. These little teeny tiny pieces. All right, we're gonna now connect. See the disc and this. It folds under. And you attach it, and there you go. Something is catching onto the wheel over here. Okay. All right, so this, okay, the only thing is really still weak. I'm wondering if I can reconstruct this so it won't be so weak. Like maybe, okay. There and there. All right, so this doesn't attach to anything, it's just there. Now they want you to put some stickers on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I put the plate up on top of the round things. Of course they're going to fall. All right. It shows there's a lot of stickers I got to be putting on here. Let me see what stickers it's talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling like putting the stickers on. I mean, they're pretty cool looking stickers, but at the same time, not this second. I want to go outside and then inhale all that nasty pollen. I don't know. I want to see how nice it is outside. I want to go outside and read some while it's still beautiful. All right. Well, there is the Dino Force thing, and then there's the. It looked like the satellite dish was sitting on top. What are you talking about? Like right there. Maybe that's where the satellite. Maybe it's supposed to be a mobile satellite dish, like that's supposed to be wheels on the side of it. I don't know. And there's the dinosaur. And of course, it could fit a regular figure inside. If Max would make those figures, they'd make the best figures. That was the strong point of Max, not their construction sets. Of course, this thing's weak. I don't know why it's so weak. I don't know what. It looks like it was meant for something else. Like it was meant to put a harness on it or something. Like to slide something in there, because there's no way. There's nothing to slide in there. It just pops into the side like that. It's so weak. And you think that this is going to get inside of that? Nah, I don't think so. He's not going to fit it. He's more like, I wonder what's in there. Is there food in there? Let me see. I'm kind of hungry. Oh, this is a food truck. Can I have the number one and make that about 1,000 of them? Yeah, the burger one. The burger, fries, and shakes. I'd like 1,000 of those, please. And let's see. What would I want for dessert? Yeah. All right. So he's keeping his teeth nice and clean though. But the dinosaur's not that bad. It's pretty good. The neck looks a little wonky, and the arms. This left arm is fine. It's that right arm. I don't know what it is. And of course, you can always fix that. I'm trying to figure out why is it look like it slides up in there like that for something. Like, why is that a sliding in point? There's supposed to be another piece that snaps onto the bottom of it, like a bra. I just can't figure that out. I'm like, what the heck is that? All right, so here we go. We got him with his head that goes all the way up, all the way off. All right. Okay, and then he can do the Linda Blair thing if he can keep his head on. Trying to get it to go around. I like that ratchety feel. But yeah, it's very loose in it. Here's what happens though. You're pushing it down and it makes it come out. It's like a fulcrum. And it's, just pushes it right out. So just don't bend it down too far when you're messing with it. I don't like the hollow inside of the legs. I think that's terrible, but what do you expect? I'm pretty sure what are they called? These guys, Lego, I think they do the same things. Maybe not on this one because these are so small, but this can go inside of there. All right, y'all have a great day. I'm going to go out and check out the great outdoors and get outside and get something done. This has been Legos at Lunchtime, and if anything tomorrow, it may be the car. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. But hopefully we'll be back together again on Monday. Unless the Lord takes us away right now, we'll see each other in the air. If not here, if not there, I hope to see you in the air.